It's time for my YouTube $10,000 portfolio challenge update. As a reminder, this is a $10,000 portfolio that I just started with the goal of beating the S&P 500's performance in 2026. So I have $10,000. I'm going to deploy that cash over the course of these next few months by the end of the year and to see if I can beat the performance of the S&P 500 in 2026. Now with my Roth portfolio, which is my main portfolio, I think I'm up 40% in the past year, which is more than double the S&P 500. I would love to double the performance of the S&P 500 with this new portfolio as well. And I'm honestly doing this portfolio as a challenge to myself to see what I can do. As you can see, my Roth portfolio has companies that I strongly believe in: Palantir, NVIDIA, Tesla, Coinbase, Shopify, TSM, ASML. And then this new portfolio is companies that I think have a strong growth potential. Maybe it has a good growth story. It's growing strong now, and I think will grow over time. But again, this is kind of a challenge to myself to see what I can do. So let's look at the charts for these stocks and see what we notice so far. All right, first up is Shopify. And I'm going to show you guys how to do retracements. I've shown this before, but looking at this big run up of Shopify from its start until about the end of 2021, if we take the Fibonacci retracement from the all-time low to the all-time high, we see that Shopify retraced all the way down to almost the 0.886 retracement, around $22. At its peak, it was $176. That is a huge correction. If you bought Shopify at $22, you are sitting pretty right now. Now, when a stock starts to correct, what I like to do is the opposite of what I just showed you. We're going to take the Fibonacci retracement from the all-time high and take it down to the most recent low. This is going to show you how the stock is going to behave on the way back up. Now, as you can see, Shopify is moving all the way back up and just passed for the first time the 0.886 retracement. We can see here it tried to get past it and got resistance, hit it again, got resistance, but it just bounced off the 50-day moving average and it actually closed above the 0.886. I would fully expect Shopify to retest all-time highs, and then after that, that's where the fun begins and some of these extensions come into play. The 1.272, the 1.414, the 1.618, 1.75. Shopify is looking really strong. It is making a lot of advancements. The financials are looking good. So we will see how this stock grows over the next year and see if some of those targets are hit. But yeah, Shopify looking very strong right now. Let's look at HIMS. HIMS was down 9% today. I added a few shares. I forget how many. I didn't quite get this bottom, but I bought because I saw, one, it's down 9%. It's not often you're going to see that big of a red day on a stock. If you believe in that stock and you're trying to accumulate shares, buying on a day it's down 9% is not a bad thing, assuming no crazy news was released, assuming the thesis on that company didn't change. But I saw with this big day, HIMS is approaching that 50-day moving average, so I decided to add here. If we do what I just talked about, we took the retracement from the high to the low. We can see that HIMS tried to get past that 886, got rejected, tried again, got rejected. We'll see if it can break through again. It's kind of building a base here right now. Assuming HIMS does break all-time highs, just how I was talking about with Shopify, we have those extension targets. This was a great place to buy right here off the 50 or the 200 moving day average. That would have been a great time to buy. Before I continue, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a professional. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just drawing some random lines on the screen and hoping for the best. This is just entertainment. Do your own research. Don't do what I'm doing. All that good stuff. But we can see HIMS is kind of forming a little bit of a base right here. We see higher lows. We'll see what happens. I feel like HIMS is making a lot of advancements I've talked about in previous videos. This looked like a great day to buy. Next up, we have Chipotle. So I actually had Chipotle yesterday for the first time in a while, and I got the new red chimichurri. I ate Chipotle again today because my bowl was so good yesterday and I didn't have any food cooked. And as we can see, Chipotle has finally broken above the 0.68 retracement. So with Chipotle, how I have the chart now is I have the retracement from the low to the high, and it's right around this golden zone area. This was a previous high peak, which served as support, resistance, and it's been fighting to, and it served as support here. It finally broke above that. It is above the 0.0618 retracement for the first time. It is approaching the 50-day moving average, and these are all trending down. I'm assuming it's going to hit that, retest the 0.618. We will see. But Chipotle, I mean, this may be the bottom. It could definitely go lower, but we shall see over time. We see some news over here. Chipotle plans to open 315 to 345 new restaurants in North America. They're also expanding internationally. I feel like Chipotle stock has been beaten down, and they saw a small decrease in same store sales, but it wasn't anything drastic. Like, I don't think enough for the stock to go down almost 50%. So I think Chipotle will turn it around, and it looks like this could be the start. Again, time will tell. Next up, we have Amazon. I just saw that Amazon is releasing a food brand, basically kind of like a Kirkland brand, where it's going to release very popular items, high quality items at that. So this could be the completion of wave one. We can see the same thing. Have you noticed a trend already? A lot of stocks are working towards this 0.886 and getting rejected. Rejection, rejection, trying to retest those all-time highs. We can see here Amazon actually hit the 50-day moving average today and it went down and is currently a little bit below the 100-day moving average. I'm guessing we see right around this 200 moving day average, and I will add when Amazon gets to that point. So probably around 211 to 214 is when I will add some more shares. Shopify is growing. Shopify is making a lot of advancements. I do think these upper targets will be hit over the next year. Next up, we have, let's do Nike. Nike had a good earnings report and it popped up and now it's going back down. Nike is currently below the 50-day moving average and almost finding support on the 100 moving day average. We will see what happens. I mean, they had a really good earnings report. Earnings per share was 80% higher than what people thought. They had $730 million higher in revenue than expectations. That being said, the revenue is still down from its peak, so the company is not quite where it was. This is another company that got beat down a lot. It could definitely still go lower. 100% could still go lower, but I did start my position here, and we will see if Nike can turn it around. Very interesting. I feel like if Nike does find support here, that will be very promising. We'll see if it can go back up. But Nike has a long ways to go to, let's assume for the sake of this video that this is the bottom, and let's do that retracement that we've been doing in this video. Even just to get back to that 0.886, which a lot of companies are already doing, it has a long ways to go. We don't know what's going to happen, but I feel like Nike is such a strong brand that it will eventually turn things around. I'm guessing it's going to kind of go sideways in this area for a little bit before it goes up. If it does, and we start seeing those upper targets like we see with the other companies, I mean, Nike could go from in the 70s all the way up to 270, 250 to 270. We shall see. And the last company is Duolingo. I've been doing the chess teaching game on Duolingo this past week. It's pretty fun. I had previously used it to learn Spanish. It wasn't so much the app usage that made me want to invest in the Duolingo. It was the financials of the company. A couple of YouTubers have been talking about Duolingo. I looked at the financials and this company looks super strong. Same as Nike. This may not be the bottom. We don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if it got down to this 245 to 230 mark. I bought one share to start, currently found resistance off the 50-day moving average. I'm probably going to wait to see if we do hit these levels. I think it's quite possible. If we do the ABC correction, assuming this is A, B, and this is C, typically the C leg is the same length as the A leg, at least. So that puts us right at that 0.618 retracement. So I will be watching those levels. But those are the stocks that I'm currently investing in this portfolio. The stocks in my Roth, like Tesla, Nvidia, Palantir, they have already ran up a lot. I do think those stocks will go up. Maybe not as much of a percentage as some of these stocks, which is why I'm doing these in this growth portfolio. But I hope you guys are finding this interesting. Again, I'm doing this as a challenge to myself, and posting these videos is keeping me accountable. It's showing others what I'm doing, kind of giving you insights into my strategies, and maybe you can see what I'm doing and apply it to your own strategies. I do think that using a combination of technical analysis and also looking at the company's financials is key. But again, I hope you guys found this interesting. If you have any questions, let me know. Drop in the comments what stocks you are buying. If you think I should look at certain stocks to potentially put in this portfolio, let me know in the comments. I'm always open to learn more. Thanks for watching. Let's keep those portfolios growing.